Yo, what's good, guys? We are on the way to the gym. We are doing not chest, shoulders today. I kind of like working out shoulders just because I had a shoulder injury, and they're just like pretty important to make sure that they're strong. But lately I've been spamming more rear delts, making sure, you know, I work on my weaknesses. I know my rear delts are probably a weakness of mine, so that's why I'm kind of focusing on those. And I feel like they're kind of hard to train, so a lot of people have them. They're a weakness for them as well. They're very important to train, and they kind of help your overall like build look, like kind of make the shoulder like pop out, like back here. So just something to take into consideration when training shoulders. Make sure you're hitting the rear delts. But I'm gonna do the voiceover today, so it should be better quality, and you'll kind of get an understanding of why I'm doing what I'm doing and where I'm at. But I'll see you guys in there. So here we're just hitting some warm-ups. Good to make sure to warm up your shoulders every time you work out, especially every time you work out your shoulders. Get the blood flowing, get the blood moving. So you're going one way and then going the other way for those circles. Really get the blood flowing. So something really good to start with for shoulder day is some lightweight lateral raises. And I think I was on like 20 pounds for this. But what you really want to do is have the tempo be real nice and slow, and act like you're pouring out a jug of water. You see how I kind of like turn my wrists like that at the very top? That's what I'm talking about. It really takes the tension and all of that off of the traps and really makes your actual shoulders work. If you do want to work out the traps, you can do shrugs and actually kind of target them. But what's really important is in a moment like this where my shoulders just don't want to, you take a breather if you can, and you just continue to try to push past failure. That's where the most growth and progression is going to be made, in those last few reps that you really have to push hard to do. So with this exercise, I'm fairly new to it, and to be honest, I think I was at 25 pounds, but I think that was like a little bit too heavy. But you really have to, take as slow as you can, bring it all the way up, and kind of like flatten it out, like make it level at the very top, and then try to bring it back down slow. But with these, I think my left arm is a little weaker, or left shoulder is a little weaker, so whenever I start to just like drop the weight really, really quick and can't hold it anymore, or go down slowly, I'll stop right there. Moving on to some rear delts. So what you got to do is sit at the very front of the seat and kind of have enough space in between your legs for the dumbbells to go, and you just go as low as you can, or like touch them together almost, and just try to keep your back flat and really burn those rear delts. I like going to failure and then lowering the weight and then going to failure and then lowering the weight and then going to failure again, and just really burn in those rear delts. So pretty much went to failure right here, and then what I do is I just drop those and then grab the 15s. I was using 20s, and then just continue as a superset. Gotta continue the burn, so we drop those 15s and grab the 10s. No break, keep that superset going. Really starts the burn here, so I just rep out some partials. And then just wait a second, and then hit a few more. So this one was kind of weird for me. You can see my left arm is not going up as fast as my right arm. A little bit weaker. My shoulder was feeling a little bit funny. I think this was a little bit too heavy too. And so with this one, we took about 20 pounds off total, and my shoulder is just still kind of feeling a little funny. So I just tried my best and got some reps in at least. Only got about 4.5 reps here, but just didn't want to, push the limit and end up hurting myself. So this exercise hits the rear delts, and maybe it hits a few other things as well. But the biggest takeaway from this exercise is to hold it at the very top. So you're going to want to go all the way to the top and then hold it and squeeze, and then go a little bit slow on the way down, and then just really focus on squeezing it at the top, and squeezing those rear delts, really getting them to work. like so many if you don't mind.
Oh, no.
Word. I don't think you're even in it. At this point, my rear delts were on fire, and same thing with like my wrists and forearms. So I just try to burn out and do as many as I can. So this is a form of the front lateral raise. It's almost what I did with that dumbbell earlier, but it's just with a straight bar. And I like to use the wrist straps, and then really important thing to do with this is to put your thumbs on top of the bar. Otherwise, you'll start to use your forearms a little bit, but here you really just want to let those front delts do all the work, and try not to sway too much. You kind of go faster on the way up, and then you pause at the top if you can, and then slow on the way down. You really feel the burn on the way down. It's pretty crazy. So this is a pretty good shoulder finisher. You start in the rear delt position, and then you just kind of go all the way around and all the way to the top. You kind of meet them at the top, go as slow as you can, and pretty lightweight. But what I do here is only, I'd say, less than 30-second break in between all of these. You just kind of gather your breath again, and then just hit it again until failure. Well, that is it for shoulders. Usually I do shrugs as well, but I don't know. It already seems pretty long, so I'm just gonna cut it at that. We'll do it next shoulder day. I wanted to do forearms too, but maybe I'll throw it in another day. But yeah, I'm gonna pose and then I'm gonna head home, so. All right, guys, that's all for shoulders. Usually I do forearms with shoulders, but I don't know, I've been kind of not doing forearms just because, like, they're all right. I've gotten them to a point where, I have other things that I could be focusing on, like weaknesses. So, and from now on, I'm going to mute the in-gym audio, unless it's like something small, because I'm getting like copyrighted from the music that's playing in the gym. So I'm just going to be doing the voiceover and, chopping it all up. And then once I get a mic, so you can only hear me, not the surround, I'll throw in that audio so you can hear me, while I work out instead of the background audio, because it's really bad. I don't know what it is. It picks up everything. But that's it for shoulders.